right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Irving. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stafford now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the back.
My fucking punter gets hurt on the kickoff. Fucking shoulder tear. He should still be able to kick, right? He was excited to join. He'd been bothering me for days. I mean, yeah, that's really what it is this Madden, though. That's everything this Madden.
46.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
26.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, fuck. I don't think I picked the right play. I don't know what I just picked.
Hey, 47. 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Oh my God, Collins just ate your linebacker.
To pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That slow fuck got outside.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal,
yeah, he read him.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays,
I gave him the short
clock,
version
allow
of the
their defense
important
to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit
Is he
after they
switching
just gave
plays
up the
and
score.
shit like he should be?
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford.
Oh my
This one
God.
complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And getting
That
this
should've
just
been mine.
shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. first down at Stanford.
I was about to say.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So now
man.
second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
I thought he was going to be really good.
Your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Then we're going to 53. 26. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Prescott now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now with Clemson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's it, baby. Let's go. Let's finish now. Hey, 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This is Coleman with a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
47. 26.
Again to Elliott. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I was trying to fake your linebacker.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Gun.
A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
Yes,
and the Cowboys will extend their
lead. I saw the blitz coming. I didn't know if he would stop and knock it out of the air.
When a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive
sometimes the
coordinator
fucking blitzers
just puts
all of a
their
sudden
face
just
right
stop
into
and
their
pick the
hands.
ball off.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
22. Set. Red 80.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Wilson has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
Shit.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a toss play to Blount. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That fat, slow dude got out there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
I traded the first rounder for this dude, and he's just not showing up this game.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yeah, they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
None of them have been serious, though, right? I think because if they're tired, they get hurt quicker. Like, it's more likely for them to get hurt.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
So he probably was on the last play and chased all the way down the field.
Back to throw, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
That was right to him.
And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Yeah, but Stafford threw the ball right at him, I think, because I was with him.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast.
It's not a bad injury.
I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Detroit getting set to go now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You ready? Lady?
They'll run it here with Bill. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Let's go. Tight. Tight it right. Set. Lady.
Now Stafford. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And I didn't take control.
They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Right there.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Monday. Here we go.
On first down, Stafford here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Stafford on 1st down. And he dumps it off to Blunt. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a carry for Blunt. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go.
Harry,
we'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I was going to be nice and say something, but then I was like, I'm playing you,
as well as we are underway.
I'm just going to let you make your own mistakes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back
here. You had a good drive going too, man.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, we're going right there, we're going right there. 26.
2nd half starts with a carry by Elliott. And now running right
through come on, Zeke.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
That would have been sweet if he
stayed in bounds there. The guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
You know that was some pretty running.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The give is to Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This is fucking
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Jarvis Landry. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys.
It looked like your safety came up
underneath. You better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Set. Blue 60.
Out of the gun, Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
41's the will. 26.
Come on, Collins.
Fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Pumphrey. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Coming now. 47.
Second down, Prescott. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down,
what the
but
fuck
not
is
before
going
he
on?
gets this football out shy
All
of the
these
30
fucking
to the
injuries.
29.
That's like fucking 10 injuries this
To
game.
win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's
Between
exactly
both
what happened here
teams.
on this really nicely executed curl route.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards
Shoulder
on the
tear.
pickup there,
Come
but it's
on,
enough to give
man.
him a new set of downs.
I cannot believe this
Not
shit.
too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Get out.
Huh? Right after this game.
Hey, 47. Right there, over here. Over here.
You get a shoulder tear.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Under. 26. 26.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right, spinning away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
How do I
That one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped
That
before he
lineman's
could even
fired.
get started. He'll wind up
Who was
losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't pick up either one of them. He said, okay, bye. I would just
Back
like to
now
get out
here
of
on
this game
EA
without any more
Sports.
fucking injuries.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th
I
quarter.
have
A
two
very
guys out
one-sided
long-term
affair.
with those injuries.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
45. 26.
Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
We go 47.
Oh, snap the ball.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
The motion was taking too long. That motion right there.
And they'll go on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Kill, turn up. Under. 26.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
But I'm just going to run right at you.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Oh, did you? I didn't expect him to break that tackle to get in. I thought he'd get stopped right there for 1 or 2.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Stafford now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Man, that's the first tackle, but Peppers
it's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Right? Fucking game.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Blunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On the ball, on the ball.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
I got a lot of
And they
injuries.
always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The Cowboys on third down. How about this stat? A perfect 9 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
26, 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin.
Oh, I got tripped by my own guy.
He'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out now come the Lions. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poor.
And now
it's going to give me the PI. Oh, my God.
Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So cancel the interception.
Your wide receiver didn't even know that ball was thrown.
The return yardage. Makes the play. But now it's
and this shit gave me the PI.
Starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground here with Blunt. Broken tackle. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick there on the coverage.
Everywhere. That dude was
it's been
fucking
this way
middle
most
of the
of
field
the
when
afternoon,
you do that.
hasn't it? This secondary really
And
put
he
this
ended up in the
receiving
play
core on
somehow.
lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL,
My girlfriend's
Brandon,
telling me that I'm
just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
I don't understand.
That were blowouts.
Why?
And in none of them
it
did
wasn't
the
a good game
quarterback
for him,
ever
but
come
it's
out of
common
the game
courtesy
for the
to say
team that had a
good
big
game no matter
lead.
what.
And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
Christ.
And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
What am I
in the
supposed to
NFL.
tell him, Perry? You
these
fucking
guys
suck?
play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
Then what do you want me
in
to
certain
tell him, woman?
situations, they will take them out, but for the most part,
I
they're
didn't
not
mean
as
that
worried
last
and
part,
concerned
Perry.
about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The storyline of this
You
one,
know it's
Charles,
on.
no doubt, the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do.
You
in
would
the
have scored,
NFL.
bro.
It really
You would have
is.
been
What
paying
an
attention to the
accomplishment,
side.
because you feel that not just on the defensive side.
Yeah, at
but as a
halftime,
whole
I was
team,
just
there's
being
a lot
real
of
quiet
pride
because
that
he
goes
was
into shutting
taking
out
his
an
time
opponent.
calling plays
And
and
how
stuff.
about that 0 on the
He got to
scoreboard
like
for
the
them,
4 or 5 yard
going along
line,
with
and
those zeros in the
it
time
was
column too.
halftime.
So for the Cowboys, it'll be a
What the fuck is
500
that
start
whistle
as the
for?
win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
See how long did all my players get hurt for? Fucking ridiculous. 5 and 4 weeks. Can a kicker punt? That's the real question. Yeah, a torn fucking shoulder. Well, to be honest, he did make the tackle on kickoff. Unblocked, he came straight through and tackled him. My kicker and my tight end got hurt. I think Terry had a bunch of injuries, but I don't think any of them were like long term. I think they were all for the game. Yeah, they were all for the game. Fucking Zeke got hurt in what, second quarter? Third quarter. At least he got a touchdown. Alright, I'll be back.